Am I the astronaut for telling my mom's boyfriend his son is not my responsibility? My male 20 parents divorced when I was 16, and it was messy. I live with my mom now, her boyfriend Mark, 43, and Mark's son Liam, 11. I'm in my second year of college, which is its own special kind of stress with exams and projects. The dynamic is fine, usually. Mark is okay, but he has a habit of assuming I'm a newly acquired babysitter. Liam's a good kid, but wasn't raised properly, which is another entire thing, and he's just 11. He's energetic, loud, he's very impersonal, and doesn't understand the concept of personal space yet. The issue happened this past Saturday. I had a massive assignment due on Monday morning, and I was planning on spending the entire weekend at the library on campus. On Saturday morning, I'm packing my bag. Mark comes to me to let me know he and my mom are going away, and I need to keep an eye on Liam. I was immensely stressed, so I told him I can't and that I'd have to go to uni to focus on my uni work. He waved me off and said it's fine and I should take him along with me to campus and keep him busy on the tablet. Immediately, I was like, no, I'm not taking an 11-year-old kid to my university while I need to focus on a big submission. I said no, trying to be firm, saying that I cannot be responsible for him for an entire day at uni, and asked if he couldn't stay at a friend or his grandma's or mom's. Mark's face fell and he looked genuinely annoyed. He told me it's just one day and that trying to organize stuff with other parents and family would be too much of a hassle, and that the least I could do was help out. I couldn't take it, honestly, so I've snapped. I've been under a lot of pressure for printing assignments and group work, etc., and that was low-key the last straw. I told him that Liam is his son, not mine. He is not my responsibility. I didn't choose to have a kid when I wasn't ready, and my only obligation is to get my degree and move out. They both went silent for a bit, visibly upset, and after a while, Mark said it's fine and that I shouldn't bother asking them favors in the future. My mom later that day texted me and said I was disrespectful and hurtful, which I did lose my temper slightly, but I feel like they had no right to try and force Liam as my responsibility so last minute. Am I the astronaut for what I said?
I wonder what story your mom got from Mark, because I don't think it was very truthful to the actual situation.
Well, hold on. It said they both went silent for a bit, which threw me because...
Oh, I thought it was talking about Mark and Liam.
I don't think Liam was there. I think it was his mom and Mark. I'm trying to go back and read and see. He doesn't ever specify, but then he says they both went silent.
I mean, either way, it doesn't matter. If your mom got the true story and that's how she feels, then she's an asshole right alongside Mark, because that is Mark's child. That is Mark's responsibility. Your mom married Mark and took on partial responsibility for that child, so it is their responsibility to find childcare. It doesn't matter if it's for 1 hour or 5 days. It is still their responsibility to secure childcare for that day. And they didn't ask you ahead of time. They didn't do anything appropriately and to ensure that they had someone to care for their child. So they're straight up assholes, and you called them on it, and now they're pissed off.
And this wouldn't be any different if this was your biological sibling.
Not at all.
They gave you no notice. You're 20 years old, and yeah, you live there, which is the one risk that you have at play now. They can make your life more difficult because you live there if you don't play by their rules. Their rules are dumb, obviously, but...
And then they're going to wonder why you don't talk to them.
Yeah.
If they do that.
You're probably going to be punished here. But I would say this. I think you should have a serious conversation with your mom. Because you got a text from your mom later that day and she said you were disrespectful and hurtful. Okay, just going out on a limb here. But it was later in the day. How many times had Mark been like, that little shit was completely disrespectful. Do you let Mark talk to you like that? You need to let Mark know that he was disrespectful and that...
Mark is the stepdad.
I know. Oh, I'm saying Mark was saying this.
Yes.
Mark was saying this to mom
about OP
enough times where she eventually is like, yeah, you were disrespectful and hurtful. She's like, there, I messaged him. We'll talk later. Have a heart-to-heart with your mom and let her know exactly where you're at and exactly where this is leading. Now, all of this is happening because they don't respect you. They marched up and they're like, hey, we need you to do this. It's a last-minute thing. We don't care what you have going on. You're going to do this.
Right.
And you were like, hell no. And they continued pushing until you had to. Like, they pushed and pushed and pushed and then blamed you for the reaction. Narcissist playbook, right?
Right.
This is because they don't respect you, but that's not news. That's not new news for you. That's why you're trying to get the hell out of there. So you might make your life a little bit more miserable there in the short term, but I would seriously have a heart-to-heart with mom and be like, hey, this is how I'm feeling. This is why I'm working my ass off the way that I am right now, because I can't wait to get the out of here to get away from this. And when I'm gone, I'm probably gone because of this. At least give her the context so that maybe the next time something like this comes up, she can be like, no, Mark, I don't want my child to never talk to me again because you're a dick. And you keep trying to pressure these situations. I don't want that situation. And maybe she'll stand up and prevent it from happening.